Well, hey everybody, it's Ali, and what's going on? And man, it has been an absolutely crazy year. Wow, 2020 has been something else. And you know, thank God it's almost over. And I do have to say, for me personally, it really hasn't been a bad year at all. I've been very fortunate. Things really haven't changed that much for me other than work and school and things like that. But I've been very blessed. My family's been very blessed this year, and we've all managed to stay healthy and financially secure and things like that. So thank the Lord for that. But when it comes to hiking, camping, backpacking, all that stuff, it was a pretty thin year for me this year. But I did manage to get out a couple times. So I did 3 backpacking trips and 2 car camping trips this year. So I consider that a win. So before everything kind of went crazy back in January, it's been almost a year already, did a backpacking trip to Oil Creek with some amazing folks. Went up there with Tim Watson, Jason Waugh, Jeremiah Stringer. It was a fantastic time. We just had a blast up there. And that was something that we were trying to make a yearly trip, like a tradition, like an annual winter trip. And we had been planning to do it this year, but we just don't know if it's going to happen because with the restrictions, it looks like you have to go into quarantine if you come from out of state and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't honestly think it's going to happen this year, but we'll see. But that was a really fun trip. We had a lot of snow, we had a lot of ice, it was cold, we had the shelters, we had we had a potluck dinner, we had bear meat. It was a fantastic time with some great guys. And the second trip, I think, what was it? Oh, okay, so in May, we went to Lake Vesuvius, and I don't know how that actually worked out. I guess restrictions were a little bit light or something at that point, but we ended up going to Lake Vesuvius. Myself and Subaru Josh and Wayfaring Waz, Alex, we went to Lake Vesuvius. We had a really fun time hanging out. That was my first time backpacking at Lake Vesuvius, so it was a blast. Beautiful place. We had really nice weather for the most part, and a little rain, I think, but it was beautiful, and really enjoyed getting to explore the hike around the lake, the loop around that lake and stuff. That was a fun hike. And then for my big hike of the year, that was a solo trip that I ended up taking to West Virginia, to the Spruce Knob, Seneca Creek area. I couldn't get anybody to go with me on that one. I think that was in May or June. That was an absolutely fantastic trip. I had a blast in that area. Love West Virginia. I love backpacking in West Virginia. I love Dolly Sods, and man, I'll tell you what, Spruce Knob and Seneca Creek was amazing. Just the beauty, the waterfalls, the rushing water, the mountain vistas, the wildlife. I almost stepped on a rattlesnake. That was an absolutely fun trip. And I would love to go back there and hike that area again, maybe next summer. I'd like to take some people with me though, because I'd love to share that experience because it was an absolute blast. West Virginia is wild, man. It is, that state is no joke. It's rugged, it's dangerous, and the weather constantly changes, and man, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love West Virginia. That was by far my favorite trip of the year, even though I didn't get to go with anybody. I got to do some cool self-reflection. That was fun. It was an awesome trip. And then with car camping trips, I ended up doing an overlanding trip with my buddy, that hiking guy, Chris. We went over to Hoosier National Forest over in Indiana in September, and just had a really fun overnight in the Hoosier National Forest. And it was a beautiful area, and that was a lot of fun, just a lot of camaraderie, and Chris is so funny. He cracks me up. He is hilarious. And we had a blast hanging out there in Indiana, so that was fun. And then the last trip I took in October with I call them my trail brothers, my trail crew, our annual man camp. Last year it was in Colorado, and so this year was a little more low-key. We stayed here in Ohio. We stayed in the Lake Hope area and went to Zaleski State Forest and did some hiking around that area here in southern Ohio. Still beautiful. We had a great time. We did a lot of hiking, and we just had a blast. We had some great food and drinks and beer and whiskey, and it was a lot of fun, and I always enjoy being with those guys. And hopefully next year we'll get to do something a little bit more epic. What we usually do with those trips is we do 1 year something really amazing and epic and out of state, and then maybe the next year we'll do something real low key, and then just kind of alternate. So next year we're due for something really killer. We'll see if we'll see how things go. So as far as 2021 goes, I really don't know yet what's going to happen. I've got a lot of things in mind. What I try to do every year at this time, I start creating a checklist of places I want to do each month, trips I want to take, places I want to go. And last year I had a lot of places, a lot of destinations in mind. And of course, 3/4 of them I didn't make it to. West Virginia was on the list and I did make it there, but I had planned to do the Adirondacks and all kinds of crazy things last year, this past year, and it just did not happen. So, I'm putting them on my list now, but we'll see what happens. I really don't know, honestly, for sure. I would like to do another out west trip this year. I am supposed to go to Boulder, Colorado for work. It was supposed to happen this year, and it got, of course, canceled. Well, not canceled, but I got moved to May of 2021. So if this conference holds and they still send me, I'll be doing some hiking in the Flatirons in Boulder, which will be fantastic. I love Colorado. Love that place a lot. One other thing that I've really been getting kind of into with my Jeep is overlanding and that whole lifestyle, and just kind of outfitting the Jeep for off-road adventures and things like that. So I have mapped out a route in Kentucky. It's the Kentucky Adventure Trail, which takes you, I forget how many miles it is around Kentucky, but you go around Red River Gorge, you go down around the Sheltowee Trace, and just all over these areas of Kentucky, and it's absolutely amazing. Lots of off-road possibilities there, and just a lot of fun stuff. So we'll see if that. I'd like to go with somebody on that though, just in case. If I get stuck or something, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So don't really want to solo an overlanding trip like that, but I think that'd be a lot of fun. Of course, I'll try to still do some backpacking here in Ohio if I can. That's always a good fallback. But there's always the Red River Gorge. I'd like to get up to Michigan this year, maybe do Pictured Rocks. That would be awesome. Everybody keeps telling me I got to get up there. I need to get up there. And, I'll probably go back to West Virginia. I would really like, there's some places in West Virginia that I really want to check out again, including North Fork Mountain. I think it's the North Fork Mountain Trail. I've had a few people tell me how amazing that is, so I need to get up there and check it out. So we'll see how that goes, but everything is, it's all tentative right now. So who really knows what's going to happen here in 2020? I think things are going to get better. I think, things are looking up. So I'm very optimistic for 2021. I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm excited to share these adventures with you guys. All right, everybody, I hope you have a very safe and wonderful, happy holidays, and enjoy it. Enjoy time with family, enjoy time off, get out there, adventure, and I'll talk to you real soon.